council meeting to order here on Tuesday, September 3rd, 2019, 6 p.m. here, officially 6:30 p.m. in the first floor conference room at City Hall. All persons are present, so thank you all for being here. Move on to item number 3 on our agenda is the discussion around the vacancy with the District 2 aldermanic district position and the possible action on the process for appointment. As everyone, I believe, is aware now, the position was vacated. I don't have the date in front of me, vacated recently, and there are effectively 8 months left on the term before the regular election in the spring. As my understanding, Attorney Schill prepared an opinion or some information regarding the vacancy about the council's authority on the matter, and was sent probably last week or the week before, I don't remember now. And so obviously the discussion, I guess, is two-part. Would be the discussion around the vacancy and whether or not to fill it, and then the second portion of that is to consider a possible process and time frame if the decision is to fill it going forward. So I'll just go by Alderperson Cope first.
Well, I think we should fill it in a timely manner because people in that district deserve a vote for what happens in their section of the city. So I think if you get some people that come forward and want to put someone forward for appointment to fill the remainder of the term, I think that's the best way to go.
Alderperson Blazer, you're next.
I was just going to say I agree. I think, I'm not sure what the typical process is, but I think we should probably advertise, take maybe a resume or something along that lines, and then in short order, review those resumes as a council at a meeting and vote, I guess. I don't know how you pick the highest. Depends on how many people are put in, I guess. If we only have 1 or 2, then maybe that's easy, but I think then, I think we should get moving on that so that district can get representation.
Thank you.
I agree with it.
Any other requests to speak?
I want clarification, Mr. Mayor. When was this email sent out by the city attorney?
It was Wednesday the 28th.
Last Wednesday. Attorney Schill, did you want to speak to, just for everyone's benefit?
Right, it just basically, the method of appointment of a successor and whether to have a special election is totally determined by council. We don't have any, or you don't have any specific rules, council rules or ordinances that address the situation. Statutes, don't have a procedure necessarily, so you can determine your own procedure for that. I know in the past you've done just as you have each spoken to that you've let the community know that there's a vacancy, and you've encouraged people to, I think it was maybe a letter of interest and a resume to give to the clerk, and then a time frame within which that is done, and then you would vote at a subsequent meeting. You could have a special election, but it would have to be at least 2 months from, it would have to be in end of November at the earliest. It would be a standalone election, so there would be an expense there. Plus that person, whoever won that special election would have to, there would still be the election in April, so it doesn't make a lot of sense to do that.
If my memory serves me correct, the position was officially vacated the 19th of August, so just over 2 weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago yesterday. And hearing the discussion and looking at a calendar, our council would meet again in 2 weeks. Having the vacancy kind of in some form being public for about a month, if we wanted to set a deadline for the 13th of September here, so it'd be 2 Fridays from now. The council then, with the qualifying request for information, could appear then on the regular September council meeting as an option, looking at the calendar at this point. Alderperson Blazer.
Are you guys good with something that quick? I guess
It should be quicker. It should be 14 days. It should be prior to the next council meeting, and then we'll decide at the next council.
I think that's what
I'm proposing, yeah.
So that it'd be the deadline for resumes or letters of interest would be the 13th, and then our council's on the 17th.
we should be taking action at the next council meeting.
Right.
Correct.
Make a choice.
That's what's being proposed. That's what I threw out.
So are we,
This next council,
17th.
that
Yes.
we choose someone and someone
Yep.
actually.
So in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so the 13th is your due date for your letter. Sorry, I'm speaking out
No,
of turn here. but-
no, go ahead.
And then the 17th, which 13th is a Friday, the 17th would be our council meeting where we'd make a decision.
Would there be enough time for the clerk's office for submittals till noon on that Tuesday, the council meeting? Would that be enough time for you to make copies of resumes or whatever else that's turned in and then submit them into, or is that too much?
I think the discussion was they'd be doing the 13th, Friday the 13th,
Friday,
for
yes.
inclusion in the council packet
Right.
or separate distribution at that
Yeah,
point.
that would be the better way to go.
Alderperson
I was gonna say, I think I'd like a little more time to chew it over the weekend, at least be able to read resumes.
yeah,
and,
definitely.
things like that, instead of getting it right before council meeting.
Alderperson
Also a chance if we make it the 13th, I mean, the possibility to call this person or via phone or bring them up to the council meeting on the 17th, because, yeah, I would like to have some time to go over some resumes and stuff too, because a lot of times I'll be working right up until council meeting on Tuesday, and then
And I think that's one thing that we would encourage the participant to be in person at
Yeah.
the meeting, so we could have them come up. to the
Absolutely.
podium
Right.
And maybe express their desire for that, yeah.
Other requests to speak?
Do you need a
Entertain a
motion?
motion to the
Council
effect.
we would pick it.
Correct.
The council would.
Correct.
So we'd have to do an motion, or?
So, we gotta have a motion to authorize the clerk to publish a notice for that. Otherwise, because the clerk can't just publish a notice without the council's choosing with that. So I make a motion to authorize the clerk to issue a publication for requests to
About letter of interest?
letter of interest for the vacant District 2 city council member, spot seat, whatever.
Due September 13th at 12 noon.
Yep. it would be good.
Yeah, yep.
We got a motion by Kubaschak. Is there a second? Second by Blazer. Discussion?
How are we gonna put that out?
I'll include it with the council packet.
The publication, I guess,
Oh,
the notice to the
publication.
public of it,
Sure.
of
That
what
gets
to do.
published- That gets published in the newspaper, and it will also go on our Facebook page, I would think.
And Melissa Sigler is from the media here. I'm sure that they would be interested in, beyond publishing it as a, speaking for you, but speaking more than just maybe a basic publication, but do something as a news article,
I would think so,
or at least
yeah.
a statement maybe that the council is requesting this, or the city's requesting this.
Do you have a radio show or anything coming up?
Not before, no, not before. But certainly we can publish it. We do have a distribution list for the media. We can push it out basically on a city letterhead that it would be, that the clerk's office is taking applications.
Right.
The more location, the more
Yeah.
location, whatever, opportunity for people to see it.
Right, yeah, Alderperson Cole was mentioning too.
Years ago, we had an official newspaper that was officially putting everything into it.
Which we still do, it's still a Tribune, yeah, they're their official newspaper.
Right.
Yeah. Other requests to speak? Otherwise, I've got a motion and a second on the floor. We're all clear that the motion would be to direct the clerk to publish a notice that the vacancy in the District 2 position, accepting applications basically in the form of a letter of interest and resume or some sort of qualifications or statement of interest to the clerk's office due the 13th of September at noon. Any other discussion?
Mr. Mayor, who
Yes.
seconded that?
Blazer,
Blazer did? Thank you.
Kubaschak, and Blazer, Coe.
Just when we get those applications back and letter of interest and everything for the potential person to fill the seat, do we want that at the council meeting to be at like towards the top, the first order of business, to have that appointment considered so they could, the second district could have somebody that would basically in effect take office that night for them, or?
If I recall, the last time we had a vacancy was District 1, and that was a similar process. That was like the ordinances appear at the top end of our agenda. So I would expect that to be the same.
Right, depends how you want to do it. It can be the first thing and then they could participate, or
And they take
a
over.
good way to, however you want to do it.
Any further requests to speak? Seeing none, we'll move into a vote. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Unanimously, I guess. Move on to item 4. In open session, the council may vote to go into closed session pursuant to section 19.85, parent 1, parent C, Wisconsin statutes, which reads, considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility, and section 19.85, parent 1, parent G, which reads, conferring with legal counsel for the governmental body who is rendering oral or written advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which it is or is likely to become involved.
I make a motion that we go into closed session.
Item A, in closed session, the council will confer with legal counsel regarding a litigation matter that the city is involved in and discussing employment and compensation of employees.
Yeah, technically, we can't close the door until the board.
Kushak made a motion to go into closed. Is there a second?
One second.
Second by Cole. We'll do roll call vote. Cole?
Aye.
Kaiser?
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye. All right, we are in close, and they're gonna give us, as soon as they unplug the light, we'll know that he said he was gonna make sure we're off here at that point.